Hit that like and hit that sub. Polo Sports Talk and ENT. I'm up in here. We bright and early. If you up, you up. If you're not, you not. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. You can come back a little bit later, man. Uh, Polo motivation, bro. We here. We in here trying to uh, do the work and get things accomplished in everyday life. Man, what's up, J Dog? I see you in the building, bro. How you feeling this morning, man? And y'all sub to J Dog's page, man. He definitely be J Dog, man. I got to tell you something about your your content, man. I be loving it, man, because you come with facts that people are afraid of, man. What's up, Florida boy? I see you in the building, man. Shout out to that MIA. Shout out to that Tallahassee. Shout out to that Tampa, man. Shout out to that Jacksonville, man. That New Smyrna Beach, man. That Orlando, man. Out there, Altamonte Springs, man. I've been out there before. Man, look, man, we gonna go ahead and get this thing started early, man, because we got a busy agenda, a busy day to day. I stay busy. I stay on the grind, man. You know. But look, you gotta love the opposition, man. A lot of people they sit there and they try to hate on the opposition or say I don't like the the other side or they look at the competition and they try to do anything to sabotage that person or whatever business there is or whatever uh even a sport that you playing in or whatnot. They'll try to sabotage you and do anything just because you have a severe hate. But look, okay, yeah, I see you, J Dog. You say you're getting ready for work, and yeah, man, yeah, definitely so, J Dog, man. Yeah, I be peeping it out, man. And matter of fact, I gotta put y'all on the wrench too. If you don't have no wrench, because I don't think I've seen you in the comment section. Believe you me, I do pay attention, man. But listen, and yeah, I'm gonna get to NBA later. I'm gonna get to all that later. All right. I know some of y'all want to get up in here. I see you be. I see you in the building, man. Look, like I said, man, you gotta love, man. Welcome all competition. That's the problem with us in the society now. And let me give you a prime example, man. Okay. Oftentimes, there's gonna be people that gonna sideswipe you and say everything that they can say, just to see you, feeling bad. Hey, look, that's the opposition. That's the opposition tactic right there. What's up with it, BQ? BQ, I see you in the building, man. Look, you gotta welcome it. You gotta welcome all types of negativity. Soak all that in like a sponge, man, and then feed off of that. Because the opposition, they're waiting for you to mentally be weak. And once you show that, you pretty much they pretty much checkmated you. That's why on the thumbnail I got Denzel from Training Day. I don't know if some of y'all have seen Training Day, but you know the shit really is chess. It's not checkers. I mean, it really is in life. Now, Alonzo, he fucked up in the movie. You know what I'm saying, without a doubt, and things didn't pan out too well for him. But that's how some people play the game. But you gotta stay headstrong. You have to welcome the opposition, no matter what, man. You can't. There's no way that you're gonna run from it because there's every type of opposition that you might not like in life, man. Fear is an opposition. Whether you're afraid of heights, whether fear of failure, whether you're afraid of rejection, man, you have to welcome that opposition. It's still an opposition, no matter how you look at it. There might be a female that you've been, trying to get at for I don't know how long, and she won't give you no time of day. She not responding to you in the DM. She brushing you off and everything. Man, you have to welcome that, and you have to tune that up. Now look, I don't mind the opposition. Matter of fact, I I welcome the opposition. I I want the competition because how can you build any type of character? How can you tell your story? How can you tell how can you talk about your war wounds? How can you talk about your battle scars if you ain't never experienced any type of challenges? Are you gonna say, to your people or to your kids or to, people when you get older is, everything was easy. And to be honest with you, people don't want to hear that. Everybody loves a good comeback story. Everybody loves the underdog. Everybody loves being able to overcome necessary obstacles in their life. It's just sad that, some people are not willing to welcome those obstacles, or welcome those barricades. I want them. I want it to be hard. I want it to be a wall that is damn near impossible to climb. Where there's, it's basically a brick wall. And I got to figure out how to get over that motherfucker. You know, y'all have to welcome the opposition, man. It's gonna come to you. Listen, one way or another, that opposition is gonna come to you. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna fold? You can't do that. You can't do that. This isn't about sports. You can kind of relate it to sports if you want to, but this isn't entirely about sports. This is just about life in general, man. It's gonna be and it's not even really about people, really, man. It really is within your mind, because believe it or not, you have a lot of negative thoughts in your mind. That's the opposition, man. Nah, you got to welcome that. Welcome everything that's the complete is that opposite, man. Welcome it. It doesn't mean that you have to. It doesn't mean that you have to consume it or believe it. It doesn't believe that. I mean, it doesn't have to be that way. So welcome that opposition. That's what makes a champion. Just because you don't hoist a trophy, or you don't get all the accolades on your wall, or all these different plaques, and uh, you know just different success, tokens of success. That does not make you a champion. A champion is within your heart. You know, I'll give you a primary example, okay? And I've talked about it before. And I know some of y'all, maybe y'all don't really get into, entertainers, or, actors and actresses or anything like that. But they sometimes they motivate certain people. You know, they there's people that are actually looking at them. When you grow up, you gotta think about, when you were a kid. Who were you looking at besides your mom and your dad? But I'll give you a prime example. Take Cardi B for instance, okay? All right, and I've said it before. At first, people had all this stuff that they had to say about her, you know, and I'll just focus on, her teeth, all right? And, but she welcomed all type of criticism, all type of opposition. And guess what she did? Man, she was able to take what people were saying, the criticism, uh, the doubt, the hate, if you want to call it, all of that. And guess what she did? She was able to fix her teeth, and she was able to level up. Now, this isn't a shot at her, and this isn't to down her by any means because she's a hard working individual, just like I'm pretty sure the next man is. But that's just one example that I can give to you amongst many where the opposition, whether it be on social media, whether it's firsthand, you have to take that and you have to flip it. Everybody wants to hide from the opposition. That's not gonna make anything better for you. Matter of fact, it's gonna make things worse. It's gonna make things worse. And practice don't make perfect. Practice don't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. You know, that's what makes it. Listen, I welcome all criticism, man. Whether it's constructive or whether it's hate. Because think about it. You got a lot of people that are gonna constantly be in your ear. And they could be the opposition and you don't even know it. The opposition could be your wife. Think about it. Women are already opposite of a man. You got to put it like that. So their perspectives are not sometimes are just not going to line up with yours. I mean it's just facts. Oh yeah, big Q. Yeah, I listen, let's talk about that. Well, let's dive in deep on that then. Let's dive in deep on that, BQ. Listen, drama gonna come regardless, man. You know, uh, it's gonna come, but it's how you deal with it. It's how you deal with it because everybody that's around you is not thinking the same way. If you keep your circle small, there's gonna be drama. If you got a big circle, there's gonna be drama. Drama's gonna come whether you like it. It may be small drama, it may be big drama. It may get out of hand. It may be some drama to where, your life is at risk or somebody's life is at risk. It may just be something simple as uh you not wanting to talk to somebody for a little bit. It may be, somebody like two or three people blaming you for something that you had no clue about. And then next thing you know, that three people turns into 10 people. Then that 10 people turns into 20 people and so on and so forth. But you got to know how to deal with it. Excuse me, man. You have to know how to deal with that. Can you deal with the opposition? The opposition was was designed for you to go against. That's what it was designed for. It wasn't. But it wasn't for you to try to avoid it. battles happen in this world, and battles have happened over the course of time. That's why there's many stories. There's many stories that people can tell you, whether it be war stories, whether it be people a triumph, from people making it home from prison. Whether it's people escaping the brink of death, whether it's people beating a certain disease, like cancer. That's why, like, and don't say fuck cancer. Don't say that shit. The opposition, because if it comes, then you have to deal with it head on. you know, my mom beat cancer. And she wasn't running, ducking, dodging it or anything. Just like a lot of things in life. You don't want to run and duck and dodge any type of opposition, man. In order to beat fear, you gotta attack fear. That's what I've always said. And somebody had that same mentality as me. That was Slim Thug. He's a rap artist. He said, in order to conquer fear, you have to attack it. You're not gonna you're not gonna smell any type of success. I don't care what it is. Because everybody got different goals and different aspirations in the course of life. Now, if you're looking for some talk from me to talk about, some, this thug ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Talking about, moving bricks and, shooting up people, all that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then come back, change your life or something like that. I mean, you could equate that. You could talk about that type of shit, and you can interpret what I'm saying in terms of what opposition has came in your life, but that's not necessarily what I'm talking about. I mean, you have to put things into its proper context sometime, and that's what this channel is about. And I don't need to get into that, but you have to make sure that. Hold on one sec. I got stutter problems. Ever since I was little, but I don't let that stop me. Man, look here, man. Everybody got um different problems, that different flaws, so to speak. I don't even like to call them flaws, really. They got, let's say, different things that you need to work on. I had an uncle that had a real, real, real bad stuttering problem, real bad. I mean, to the point where it, you know, it became difficult, to, to talk to him. But what he did is he kept working at it. He kept reading, uh, talking in front of people, working on articulating his words. Man, I don't like to sit here and be all professional and articulate your words. I'm from Harvard or some Ivy League school, and um, just being professional and making sure that I uh, use proper grammar, the nouns and the pronouns and the adjectives and the adverbs and all that other stuff. Because if I told you, I got a bachelor's in English, some motherfuckers wouldn't really, you know, they probably wouldn't even believe me. But I do know how to read. I do know how to write. I know how to spell. I know how to put proper sentences together. I know reading comprehension. I know how to, I can easily fix a paragraph. I can do that shit. But at the end of the day, what you have to understand is that it all boils down to your know-how. Man, there's a lot of people that stutter, that don't have the perfect lingo, so to speak. Hey, Big Q, man, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. You have. Hey, look, if you had to be aggressive and shoot, be confident with it. You know, look, man, don't let that problem, because that's the opposition that you face with. That's a necessary opposition that you face with. You have to welcome that opposition. And I'm not trying to, put it, put your biz out there like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I do give you respect, but any opposition, whether it's that problem that you said you just had, or any type of opposition, I look for, don't just primarily focus on one opposition that you got to tackle. Focus on all, because they, one opposition can come to you, just uh one, just singly, or they can all come all at one time, all at one time, all at one time. Is it going to be overwhelming for you? How you going to react? Pressure. Pressure is what can make or break a person, and that opposition is that opposition is not there, for to make things easy. Okay, some people are gonna talk to you, and some people are not. And you can't sit there and you can't make anybody want to talk to you, or want to have dialogue with you, or want to hear your perspective. There's gonna be some people out there, man, that really don't want to have anything to do with you. They don't want to hear. They don't want to hear nothing you have to say, and be cool with that. Because somehow or some way, that person can, be listening to you, and they can be hearing what you're saying. Shoot, they could even be actually loving what you're doing, but because that person is the opposite of you, that you could kind of read that person. Yeah, he or she will they'll mess with you and everything, but in the back of their mind, they still see you as an opposition. They everything that you do is the complete opposite from them, but they still they still might want to be around you, to try to nitpick, or to try to, feed you false information, or to feed you some stuff that's gonna sabotage you. And believe it or not, welcome that. Because when you welcome that, that's gonna that's gonna that's gonna make you the ultimate person. That's gonna you're gonna wear the crown. Okay. You being success, as you obtain the level of success, it doesn't get easier, it gets harder. So, like Big Q, you were just saying that, you were having, the issue, with your language and everything, or articulating your words, or stuttering, or whatever you want to call it. Look, when you stop doing that, guess what? It doesn't get easier, it's going to get harder. Cause then you're gonna talk to people and they're gonna expect you to have dialogue. You know, you might go in different circles. I don't know what type of circle you are. You might go in different circles and talk to various people from all walks of life. Man, there's some people that will cut off a conversation within a certain amount of seconds just because you don't talk a certain way. And you could clearly read their body language. Hey, you have to welcome that opposition. You have to welcome that, you know, and not only, failure is the opposition too. You know, failure is the opposition. You have to love failure. You have to love failure just as much as you love success, because if you don't love failure, success will be success won't feel as good. That makes any sense. I had to learn that the hard way. Yeah, B Squills. Yeah, your experiences is the best teacher. You know, you could sit here and read a book and read all these manuals and stuff like that in terms of how to face the opposition and how to go through it. But really, you have to. That's why I say you have to love the opposition firsthand. You have to love it. You have to welcome it. You know, if you're in public, if you got to speak in front of a whole lot of people and you terrified of of speaking in front of big crowds or something like that, and you're sitting, you're getting sweating, you sweating, you're nervous, your heart is beating, everything like that. Guess what? That's the time when you really want to go. It's nothing but nervous. It's nervous energy. It's sort of like when you get butterflies in your stomach before a game. It happens to the best of them. But are you gonna let it? Are you gonna let it show? And after you keep doing it, and repetitive, a repetitive state of mind, and not repetitive in terms of uh, certain things that you do, but I'm talking about repetitive in terms of doing it over and over again, a task which is difficult for you. Then it's gonna become second nature to you. You know, handling the opposition and loving the opposition is gonna be second nature to you. Same here with a stutter myself back in high school. I had a hard time presenting in front of class. Never let that stop me. Self self improvement helps me improve stuttering a lot, read a lot. Yup. Hey, look, articulating your words. What's up, Lamont? I see you in here. Articulating your words, man, will definitely uh, it it helps a lot, but it's not gonna make or break you as a person, man. There's a lot of people in business. There's a lot of people in broadcasting that, like, look at Kendrick Perkins. Okay, I give you a prime example, and Kendrick Perkins, man, you know, he probably deboed his way on the set. I'm just fucking around, but no, really though. I mean, does does he talk like your prototypical person that is in broadcasting? No, he doesn't. But there's a lot of people that gravitate towards that because they can identify with a certain person. You got to be able to identify with certain people, and some people may never identify with you, and that's cool. That's cool. I don't listen. I welcome all opposition. It don't matter what it is. Uh, man, man, listen. Coming from where I came from, man, you didn't have to have tough skin. Man, you had to have alligator skin. You had to have alligator skin. Stuttering doesn't change you. as a person. You have to keep going in my life, no excuses. Yeah. Listen, don't man, don't let any type of uh opposition defeat you. We can look at sports and look at these athletes and stuff like that, man, but a lot of these guys, man, they got everyday issues just like you do. It's just that the only difference is that you know the the money, the fame, and of course their stature and their build and height, whatever. It, that's the only difference. They still a human being just like you is. These guys get depressed. It's just like Naomi Osaka. She's dealing with mental health. And what did she do? She casually just stepped away. She's successful as a motherfucker. Naomi Osaka is number two. She took down Serena twice. Took down a legend. Took down a Hall of Famer. Took down one of the if not the best tennis player of all time in terms of women. Took her down twice, and guess what? She's dealing with mental health. You know, and you know what? She welcomed the opposition. She said, "You know what? I'm not gonna let this defeat me. I'm gonna step away for a minute." Because how do you not know that Naomi Osaka, is dealing with an issue to where she's liable to go off on somebody and probably kill somebody? You ever think about that? But people want these athletes, they want these entertainers to just go ahead and step up and perform, regardless, not knowing that that person probably dealing with more problems than you ever dealt with in your entire life, probably just in one day. So you gotta take that into consideration. That's why I don't never like with Anthony when it comes to like a person like Anthony Davis, and I'm trying not to talk about sports, but I mean this is a sports channel, but I'm just gonna do what I do regardless, okay? That's why I don't really get on Anthony Davis about his situation that he's dealing with his injuries and stuff, because he's dealing with he's dealing with that opposition the best way that he knows how. But everybody gonna sit here and call the man fragile, call him soft, call him this and call him that and everything, not realizing, man, that man's doing everything that he can. He was the leader of a franchise, but he was still playing hurt. But to me, that's not as fragile as you think. That's not as fragile as you think. So he's dealing with that opposition as it comes head on. Man, you go out there and you go try to play with a growing injury, with a fucked up ankle. His Achilles could be still kind of fucking with him, because remember he had issues with that. Man, I'm not gonna get into that, but let's just say he don't move quite the same like he once did. He'll do it in spurts. But that's why, like, I part ways with Snoop Dogg, with him criticizing somebody like that, because you got to think about it like, as if you were working, if you having, like, for instance, okay, you know my wife isn't feeling too good, okay, and I told my job about it. The way that you're gonna know if your employer really cares about you as a person, or cares about what's going on, is if they say, okay, take care of what you got to take care of and come back when you're feeling better. Or if they say, okay, yeah, when's the next time you're gonna be back to work? That should already let you know if that person really genuinely, which 9 times out of 10 they really don't give a fuck about you. Most business is business, and it's gonna be shrewd. You know, they you need to know whether or not they're gonna love your attributes as a worker, or if they just gonna be, cutthroat and really not care about anything that's going on in your life. And really they didn't want you, from the get-go. If they do that, they'll say they'll be ready to cut you off and everything. Man, and you could tell them anything. You could tell them, I had a death in my family, or somebody's sick, or something going on with my kids, or something like that. There are some employers that'll be like, you know what? Nah, I need you here at work regardless, or we're gonna replace your ass. That's just the bottom line. Child, we in here. The most famous people were stutters. Obama was one. Yeah, mental health is nothing to play around with, for real. Yeah, look, everybody look at these, these celebrities, these, these presidents, these people that are in politics, these people that are on a different stage and stuff, and they sit there and they say, they're like, oh wow, that person's at the top of his at the top of his game, but not realizing what that person had to put up with and go through in order to obtain that level of success. And they welcomed all types of opposition. When you talk, it's funny you talk about Obama. You know, Obama, man, when he got into office and everything, even though he got into office, man, there was a lot of people. There was a lot of people that were going at him, and he was facing that opposition. He wasn't one of the best presidents. He didn't do as much as what we had liked, and it had nothing to do with him being black. It just doing his job in in the political sector or whatever. But politics, man, politics is a snake pit, and that's why this is called the United Snakes of America. So I really try not to feed into it too much. But nevertheless, he was still in that position, and he still had to face all types of opposition, opposition from the people, opposition from within the administration, opposition, from other countries. You know, he was dealing with everything, probably with opposition within his own household, because you still got the wife and the kids that you still got to deal with. For those of y'all that are in a relationship, that are married, that have kids, things of that nature, man, trust and believe me, man, everybody's not going to be on the same page all the time. And as a leader, you got to expect that. B Skrills, you mentioned mental health is nothing to play around with. For real, it's not nothing to play around with. Some of our best leaders have had mental health issues a lot of them. Why you think a lot of them? Why you think a lot of them? Have to have a psychiatrist or a counselor. Some of these people got family counselors and stuff, because that person might be dealing with something and takes everything out on the family, such as an alcoholic, such as a person that's got OCD, such as a person that is bipolar. Such as a person that's schizophrenic. Such as a person that got PTSD. You have to look at some of the things. Look, look. I could dig into so much stuff. Listen. If you want to call me a simple motherfucker, man, that's fine. But I, what's the point of me going through a whole bunch of analytics? The numbers say this and the numbers say that and everything. When the end game is just to get better. When the opposition comes, you just have to keep grinding. Yeah, Big Q. You always got to do that. But some people don't know how to do that. Some people don't know how. Some people don't know how to have tunnel vision and block everything out and just keep on going. And some people don't even know how, because when the opposition comes uh so head on to the point where you have no choice but to deal with it. I mean, some people don't know how to do that. Some people just don't know how to do that. I don't listen. I put it to you like this, Big Q. When you really sit back and you really think about life and how it takes a toll on you, focus on what negative things that you went through instead of focusing on those positive things, because the negative things are the ones that bring you hurt, that bring you pain, that bring you shame, that make you feel some type of way. Focus on it, right? And say, I never want to be at this point ever again. And so that way, when you become successful or you achieve that goal, shoot, you might not just you might just be cool with just making a few dollars, man, and just going home and just going to sleep. You might not want no wife, you might not want no kids, might not want anybody around. You might just be comfortable just doing that. The man that do you know. But if you wanna if you wanna do have the white picket fence and the family running around and the wife and the kids, this, that, and the third and all that, uh just know that you're not the only person that's that's involved. You're not the only person that's involved, and you have eyes staring at you as a leader. You got eyes staring at you regardless. It could be your friends, it could be your family. People are looking at you. They're ready to judge you. They want to know, okay, well, how come you haven't been around? How come you don't have the shoes that you have that you're supposed to be wearing? How come you're losing weight, or how come uh, you look a certain way, or something like that? They're always going to question, and they're ready to automatically make. You could be losing weight because you're feeling good, and you you're in the gym. You fasting on the regular. You're eating right. You're not putting a whole bunch of toxins in your system. You're not putting a whole bunch of refined sugar in your body. You're not um, putting a bunch of soy in your body, a whole bunch of high fructose corn syrup in your body, things of that nature. What's up, Polo? I mean, what's up, TJ? I call myself Polo. God damn it. Damn, TJ, man, y'all go ahead and subscribe. My boy TJ channel, as well as FYF. He got a channel too as well, but y'all know who he is too as well. Look, man, they could just be losing weight just because they taking great care of themselves. It doesn't have to be always everybody. That's the thing. When the opposition, when the opposition that you face with comes, such as that doctor's telling you that you need to get your health right or something like that. Guess what you have to do what that doctor tells you to do. And how do you don't know how you don't know that that person is taking the necessary steps just to lose just to lose those pounds. How you don't know that losing pounds could help that person's joints, uh, for their knees and their ankles, so that they can walk a little bit better, so they won't have to, walk funny everywhere they go, looking like you struggling, like you have to walk with a cane or you have to walk with a walker. And that's no shot at nobody, because I know plenty of people that have walked with a walker and walk with a cane. I'm talking about my elders out there, you know. But what I'm saying is that everybody everybody has their set of goals, and you can't sit there and try to down that person just for them wanting to accomplish something their type of way. Everybody's not going to be the same. If this world was the same, there actually wouldn't be no beauty in it. That's the beauty of this world, is that everybody is opposite. There might be some people that have similar ways of thinking and everything, but that doesn't mean that they're the same. I give you a prime example. It might be some people, they'll flock to a person because, oh yeah, our ideas are the same. We think this way, we think that way and stuff, uh, until they have a confrontation, until they have a disagreement. Then they won't even look at each other the same anymore. They won't even talk again. That happens all the time. People, they get, you might get an apartment, with a female. You get with her because her pussy is good, or you get with the dude because his dick is good, or something like that. But you realize, damn man, I don't have no type of communication with this woman. Or she might be saying, man, he nasty. He um got worse got the worst habits in the world. He don't have good hygiene. Um, he doesn't clean up after himself or something like that. And then you realize, damn, I made a mistake. We shouldn't have never, took it there, you know. But you still have to, welcome that opposition. And if you really love that person, or you really care about that person, then you'll do anything you can to stick it out. But if you don't, that goes to show you that it was never meant to be. It happens all the time. It happens in business. It happens in business, man. That's why, like, to me, confrontation leads to a beautiful situation. What is confrontation? It's friction between two people. It's friction between two people, which means that y'all are the opposition of each other. And that's why y'all go at each other. But once y'all agree to disagree, then it can lead to many great things. I don't listen. If a person sits here and tells me that, man, I don't believe you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Um, man, you need to get out of here, or you capping. Everything in the book that they could say to try to down you. Man, look, you gotta laugh at that. It's funny to me. It's funny to me. Yeah, embarrassment, shame. I mean, anything, man. You have to overcome. You got to overcome all of that. You have to overcome all of that. You have to overcome all of that. There's nothing wrong with being embarrassed. Kevin Gates got. He said what made him perform even better. He's a hip hop artist. For those of y'all don't know who Kevin Gates is, he got booed several times at several of his shows. But he said he wanted to get booed. Guess what that is? He welcomed the opposition. He welcomed the opposition right off top. So y'all guys just gotta, y'all gotta stay motivated. That's what this is about. Uh, I don't try to, I don't try to put anything out there that I do some stuff. You should want to go through a battle, man. Man? Why you want to accomplish things easy? No, if you play sports or you've been in any type of competition, anybody that truly loves a game like me, I love basketball and I played the sport myself. If you truly love the game, man, you don't get glory off of blowing out a team or nothing like that. Not unless they was a really really great team. But even still, man, you want to feel like, man, that was a good ass game, man. We damn near lost. That's how you should want it. You don't want to be like, ah, man, that was easy work. That was easy work. That was easy work. Then what story are you truly gonna have to tell, man? You got to welcome that opposition. You can't want stuff that's easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. If it was easy, everybody would have a trophy. If it was easy, everybody and their mama would have the same things that you would have. They would have the same female. They would have the same car. They would have the same watch, house, shoes, clothes, you name it. Everything would be the same. And like I said, that would be a shame because it would be boring. In the words of Willie D, trolls are hoes. Man, man, like I look, I never even looked at that word like that when they came up with trolls, man. I was like, man, they just coming out with all these selected words. But um, you know what, man? If a person does troll, look, I welcome it. It don't matter to me. Everybody, listen. You call it trolling. You could call it you could call it clowning. You could call it roasting. Whatever. Look, you come around from where I come from, man. You gonna get talked about. You you gonna get people is people gonna put you on blast. And that's something that you gotta welcome. You gotta welcome that opposition. That is an opposition. Real talk. I mean, thanks, B Squirrels. Man, I listen. I just try, man. Listen, it's about dropping gems, and I like to learn from other people too. I don't think that I know everything, but you got people in this society. Not I don't like when people just say, "Oh yeah, you got people on YouTube." Nah, you got people in this society that think they know it all and don't want to learn, don't want to listen to anything you got to say, don't want to accept any type of help, don't want to take any type of words of wisdom, from people younger than me. You know, I'm in my 30s, but man, I learn from my kids every day. I'll take knowledge from somebody that's 17 or 18. And see, believe it or not, that's how you're going to progress. because you learn from the from what's about to come in the next generation. That's why, like, when people come on my channel that's young, or they say, "Oh, well, I thought you was this age, or I thought you was that age, or something like that." I don't take offense to that. I don't take offense to that because you're gonna get older. You're gonna get older. I watch the game for the competition. Yeah, you should. You should always watch the game for the competition. What else? What else would we be watching it for? To see blowouts? No, you want to see a good competitive game. Much like I think the most competitive game so far was with the Denver and Portland game, going to double overtime. In August, my 30s will be over. Hey, hey, TJ. Hey, look, man, you made it, big dog. You made it. Listen, every day above the surface is a blessing. Every day is a bird. Man, don't look at it, man. Look, man, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. The women that's in my family that are older, man, please, man, they could care less about age. Uh, and in my culture, man, they could care less about age. Man, I know a guy that's like, uh, he was about he was about 50 something years old. TJ, he was about 50 something years old. I bullshit you not. He was in some Walmart tennis shoes, killing at the gym, absolutely killing. I'm talking about hooping. They were trying to guard it. The dude had gray, nah, he had gray and white hair and was killing, coming down, Jakob, Jakob. And you thinking he just all he is old school stuff like that, man. He hit a dude with a Euro step. And they were like, oh, pop shit like that, man. See, it don't matter what fucking age you are. That shit don't matter, man. Age, man. Listen, let me tell you something about age, okay? And yes, Big Q, you just have to take care of yourself. Yeah, you have to. You have to, especially when you're wrong. When you're wrong, fam. Man, it might have been something you saying in context to what I was saying earlier, B squares, but um, it just explain that just a little bit more. I feel you very proud to make it to 40. Yeah, you have to. You have to celebrate life. But look, man, that age thing that wasn't because they didn't have that way back in the day. They didn't have oh yeah, such and such is this age or anything like that. That was just that was just designed to say, okay, hey, look, um, that person is 40, or that person is 25, or that person. But it don't really mean anything, man. I mean, okay, yes, do things age in terms of how you've been here a long time and everything? Yeah, it does. I mean, and we could keep on saying the whole saying. It's a broken record by now, but Father Time is undefeated. I mean, that is true, but then again, I'm the type. Okay, well, what is Father Time in your definition? What is your Father Time in definition? Because that definition was made up too. I mean that saying was made up too. Same here, bro. I turned 40 in August as well. Man, ain't listen, man. My cousin died at 42. My cousin died at 42. So it's a blessing to make it, man. If you make it to 50, man, shoot, man, you can't. Some people get depressed because they getting old. Nah, you gotta love that. Shoot, I told a female, she was like, how old are you? Trying to talk to me and stuff like that. I said, yeah, man, I'm 38 and everything. She like, oh, you old, you old. I was like, yeah, man, don't get it twisted though. Don't get it twisted. I mean, sure, I could be. Look, I'm still living. I still feel good. So don't look at that. 40 is being over the hill or something like that, man. As long as you take care of your body, as long as you keep your body in shape, as long as you eat right, as long as you do your regular checkups, um, and more importantly, make sure that you resting and you stay in good mental health. You'll be good. But you still can't because you still got to face the opposition. That's what it boils down to. You're gonna get even more opposition when you turn 40. Then you're gonna have to deal with talk like that. Oh, you old, or you over the hill, or you this way, or you that way. Man, I don't pay attention to none of that shit. I still feel the same way that I did when I was 18. I still feel, I still my confidence level is still the same as when I was 18. I don't look at stuff like that. And if you do, your mind is defeated. Now you do got to be realistic. Now, let's say for instance, you 40 years old and you trying to run and jump and trying to you know meet a nigga at the rim that's like in his teens or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to expect that 9 times out of 10 he gonna be jumping. He gonna be jumping a lot higher than you, and he's gonna be jumping, running a lot faster than you. You might be able to try to keep up with him or think mentally that you're keeping up with him, but you're really not. But just the fact that you're able to run and jump and do all these different things, even just walk without any problems, it's a blessing, and you have to take that into account. So yeah, man. I got another video that I'm about to get into, man. This was the motivation. Y'all stick with me. Um, just continue to keep pushing and like Big Q said, to keep moving. But you do have to welcome that opposition. Is it's no way around it. Because all you're gonna do, man, is it's just gonna consume you. It's just like the hate in your heart for the next man. All it does is consume you. And that boomerang, when it comes, it hits you hard. That's why I say when you put that negative, if you welcome the opposition and you feed it positive, guess what happens? Guess what happens? It'll go away. It'll go away. You feed it nothing but positive. Just like Rocky, and I'll leave you with this. When he fought, I think it was Clubber Lane. He said, "Man, you ain't so bad," and he welcomed that opposition. But at first, man, he didn't want no parts of Clubber Lane. You know what I'm saying? But it was all a mental thing, and that's just a movie. But a lot of people do. They get inspired off of Rocky. But like I said, y'all, welcome the opposition. Y'all hit the like and hit the sub if you're new to the channel. And I'll holler at you as I get into this next video.